Hello dear students, in today's video we will be solving questions from the lesson 4.3 The Red-Headed League from class 7 English textbook. So let's start. Class 7th English, chapter 4.3 The Red-Headed League. 4.3 The Red-Headed League Part 1. Meanings. League, an association or a formal group of people. Fiery, very bright in color. Pawnbroker, a person who lends money at interest when valuable things are kept with him till the loan is repaid. Cellar, a room below ground level in a house, used for storing things. Well-suited, suitable, to develop photographs, to treat a film with chemicals in order to make photographs. Diligently, carefully, with lots of effort. Bade, said or wished. Dissolved, it means that the organization has come to an end. Margin questions. Sub-question 1. Where will the advertisement given here be seen in the classifieds? Answer. The ad given here will be seen in the Situations Vacant section of the classifieds in a newspaper. Sub-question 2. What do you have to do when you are told to apply in person? Answer. If I am told to apply in person, I would take my resume and go personally to the concerned office to submit it. Sub-question 3. Who do you think is smarter, Mr. Wilson or his assistant? Give reasons for your answer. Answer. The assistant is smarter. He spotted the advertisement of the Red-Headed League and persuaded Mr. Wilson to apply for the job. On reaching Fleet Street, Mr. Wilson saw that it was full of red-headed people. He was discouraged and wanted to go back. But the assistant pushed through the crowd and into the office. Sub-question 4. Why was Fleet Street full of red-headed people? Answer. The advertisement asking red-headed men to apply for a well-paying job had appeared in a newspaper. Many redheads had seen it and come to Fleet Street in response to the ad. Sub-question 5. Who was well suited for the job? Answer. Mr. Wilson, who was a redhead, was well suited for the job. Sub-question 6. Why did Mr. Wilson accept the job? Answer. The pay was good and the work easy. Besides, he had to work only for 4 hours daily. Spaulding assured him that he would look after Mr. Wilson's business in his absence. Therefore, Mr. Wilson accepted the job. Sub-question 7. Would you like to do such a job? Why? Answer. No, I would not like to do such a job. I would find it boring. I want a job which is interesting. Sub-question 8. Why would anyone want to copy an encyclopedia? Think of 2 good reasons. Answer. A person would want to copy an encyclopedia if he wanted to send some particular information to someone else. Or it could be to keep a person completely occupied and out of trouble for some time. Sub-question 9. What would we do today if we needed copies of text from a big book? Answer. We would go to a photocopying shop and photocopy it. Or scan it and take a print. Sub-question 10. What is the difference between a dictionary and an encyclopedia? Find out. Answer. An encyclopedia is a collection of information about various topics and subjects. On the other hand, a dictionary contains meanings of different words. Both are arranged in alphabetical order. Sub-question 11. Suggest a few words that may appear under A after archery in an encyclopedia. Answer. Words that may appear under A after archery in an encyclopedia could be as follows: architect, aromatics, asparagus, assassinator, astrobiologist, astrophysical, etc. Sub-question 12. What would you advise Mr. Wilson to do in the given situation? Answer. The best thing to do when you know a crime is being committed or you are being cheated is to the lawful authority. I would advise Mr. Wilson to go to the police and file a complaint against the people who had cheated him. It is better to do so rather taking matters in your hands and make the situation worse. English Workshop. Question 1. Find and write the descriptions of different people given in this story. Answer. 1. Holmes is sharp and intelligent and comes to conclusions quickly. 2. Jabez Wilson is an elderly pawnbroker with fiery red hair. He is simple and trusting and believes whatever is told to him. He is also hardworking and sincere and does his work well. However, when he came across a mystery, he was curious enough to want to solve it. Continuation of the answer is on the next slide. Three. Vincent Spaulding is a small, stout person with no hair on his face. He has a white splash of acid on his forehead. He is smart and efficient and worked for Mr. Wilson for only half the wages. Photograph was his hobby, and he often went down into the cellar to develop photographs. 4. Duncan Ross is a red-headed man who was a representative of the Red-Headed League. He kept a sharp eye on Mr. Wilson and saw that he did his job properly. Question 2. Present Mr. Wilson's story as it would be shown in a comic strip. Write what picture you will show in each frame along with the dialogues. Write the dialogue with the help of the story. Examples. Answer is given directly and continuation of the answer is on the next slide. Question 3. Frame simple sentences, statements, questions, requests, orders, permissions, etc. using the models listed above. Answer. 1. We should eat healthy food daily. 2. My sister would swim in the pool every morning when she was small. 3. Children must respect their parents. 4. All human beings ought to protect the environment. 5. My father used to drive a motorcycle when he was young. 6. We need not worry about the future if our present is good. 7. Dare I climb this tree? 4.3 The Red-Headed League Part 2. Meanings: thump, hit or strike something heavily. Strand, a famous place in London. Take the criminals by surprise. Catch the criminals without giving them a warning. Stopped all the holes. Closed all the routes by which the criminal may escape, run away. Gash, a long deep slit. Foiled, laid waste, prevented. Object, purpose or reason. Motive, purpose. Inferred, concluded. Margin questions. Sub-question 1. Tell the name of the young man who opened the door to Mr. Holmes. Answer. The young man who opened the door to Holmes was Vincent Spaulding. Sub-question 2. What did Holmes want to see? Answer. Holmes wanted to see the knees of Mr. Spaulding's trousers. Sub-question 3. Guess where Mr. Merriweather took the others. Answer. Mr. Merriweather took the others to the huge cellar of the city branch of one of the main banks in London. Sub-question 4. How did Mr. Merriweather come to know about the crime? Answer. Holmes must have told Mr. Merriweather about the crime. Sub-question 5. Why did Mr. Holmes think the criminals would act that night? Answer. Firstly, the Red-Headed League had been dissolved. Mr. Wilson could now remain in his house and shop the whole day. This told Holmes that the criminals' plan was ready and in place. Secondly, it was the weekend. Any crime that took place on Saturday night would not be discovered till Monday morning, when the bank reopened its gates. This would give the criminals plenty of time to escape. These reasons made Holmes think that the criminals would act that night. Sub-question 6. How did the criminals enter the cellar? Answer. The criminals entered the cellar through a square hole in the floor of the cellar. Sub-question 7. Who were the two criminals? Answer. The two criminals were Mr. Spaulding, the assistant, John Clay, and Mr. Duncan Ross. Sub-question 8. Who tried to get away? Do you think he was able to escape? Why? Answer. Duncan Ross tried to get away. I do not think he was able to escape because there were 3 men waiting for him at the other end. Sub-question 9. Explain the trick of the Red-Headed League. How was it related to Mr. Wilson's hair? Answer. Spaulding and Duncan Ross had seen that it was possible to dig a tunnel from Mr. Wilson's shop to the cellar of the bank. However, to do this they would have to get rid both had bright red hair. They thought of the plan of the Red-Headed League. Mr. Wilson was simple enough to fall for the plan, and since Spaulding accompanied him, they could ensure that only Wilson and no one else was chosen. Spaulding's presence also ensured that any doubts that Wilson had could be sorted out. Sub-question 10. Why did Holmes become suspicious? Answer. The advertisement of the Red-Headed League was strange and the job offered to Mr. Wilson was peculiar. In addition, the assistant Spaulding worked for half the wages. He also had the habit of disappearing into the cellar every now and then. All this made Holmes suspicious. Sub-question 11. How did Holmes find out that the assistant was a criminal? Answer. Using Mr. Wilson's description of his assistant, Holmes made enquiries and found that the assistant was a criminal. Sub-question 12. How did Holmes guess that he was digging a tunnel? Answer. When Spaulding answered the door, Holmes saw that the knees of his trousers were wrinkled and stained. He also had the habit of disappearing into the cellar every now and then. When Holmes saw a bank on one side of Wilson's house, he guessed that the assistant was digging a tunnel. English Workshop. Question 1. Put the following events in proper order. Answer. 1. The bank received a lot of gold from the Bank of France. 2. Clay digs a tunnel. 3. Ross closes the office of the Red-Headed League. 4. Holmes visits the area around Mr. Wilson's shop. 5. Holmes and the others go to the bank. 6. Clay and Ross enter the cellar to steal the gold. 7. Holmes catches the criminal Clay. Question 2. From the passage, find adverbs that end with ly. Find the adjective in each of the adverb. Answer is given directly. Question 3. Use the following outline to develop a story as a group activity. Then write the story individually. Family returns home late at night, hear conversation between thieves from inside the locked house. Family gets ready to counterattack. Father opens the door, all enter. No one is seen but TV is on. Detective serial midway. Answer. The Joshi family had gone to see a film. It was 1 a.m. when they returned home. Mr. Joshi had parked the car and Mrs. Joshi was about to open the door with her key when they heard voices from inside the house. They looked at each other in shock. The children trembled in fear. Who was inside the house? It had been empty when they had gone for the film. Continuation of the answer is on the next slide. Maybe it's robbers, said Mrs. Joshi nervously. There have been a number of robberies in the area recently. Mr. Joshi put his fingers on his lips to indicate silence. Then he went out and picked up the cricket bat that was lying in the garage. He also brought a stout stick which he gave to Rahul. As silently as possible, Mrs. Joshi turned the key in the lock and opened the door. Mr. Joshi and Rahul rushed in with their weapons. Continuation of the answer is on the next slide. Then they all stood still in shock. There was not a soul in the room. What was happening? Then they understood. The TV was on, and there was a detective serial going on. Someone was shouting and someone else was talking in a threatening voice. The Joshi family dissolved in laughter. Their robbers had turned out to be voices in a TV detective serial, after all. Thanking their stars, they switched off the TV and proceeded to go to bed.
Great video. Mom,
Yes.
I found the good channel for study.
Great. Like the video. Share it to your school friends. Subscribe to it. But what's the channel's name?
Wings of Fire Academy.